Alright. The crystal from beyond. Nemjiji nods at you as if she was expecting your arrival.
It appears my calculations were correct. I knew that at this very spot I would encounter none other than Sapphire, the hero who saw us through the final days. So certain was I that, of my math that I stood here for. Let's not concern ourselves with that. I am Nemjiji, assistant to one Professor Claudian. We work with the Idoscope to observe the ethereal sea and delve into its myriad mysteries. Some mysteries, though, are beyond even our capabilities to unravel. This strange crystal we but recently discovered, for instance, defies our every conjecture. So you've been to the center of the star and far beyond it. However, we hope that you may see something in this crystal that we academics do not. I beg you, lend us your well-traveled eye. At Aporia, Professor Claudian will be eagerly awaiting your arrival. It is no. Gotta get rid of the spell speed bracelet. Oh, for Red Mage or Summoner? Red Mage. Yeah, Red Mage, yeah. I just believe it's because I don't feel like playing anything else. Gotcha. Sometimes it be like that. It definitely be like that sometimes. Cool.
Greetings, Sapphire, and welcome to my humble laboratory. I'm sure Nemjiji has already told you plenty about us, but allow me to introduce myself personally. I'm Claudian, leader of this little research collective. I must admit, I've been nervous about this meeting ever since Nemjiji set out to find you. In a research in my field, there's no greater an honor than to meet the first woman in history to traverse the ethereal sea and return to tell the tale. I'll probably do P1 with you on that good bit. No worries, Coriana. That sounds good to me, dude. It does, yeah. Hey, but the end of it, all that matters is that you had fun, right, Ali?
The professor speaks often at length of your deeds, but he has no small number of achievements to his own name. He has peered deeper into the ethereal sea than any other Charlian, and the breadth of his knowledge is peerless.
You fun? Oh my god, Jones. Peerless, perhaps, but for a single woman, we must seize this precious opportunity to learn what we can from her, and perhaps crack this conundrum that has stumped the three of us for moons. I hope you feel better too. Good! That's awesome. I'm really happy to hear that, dude. It was we who peered into the fathomless sea from the anti-tower in the Javanian hinterlands. There we spoke with Heidelin and learned of the fates that would befall this star, the final days. Oh, it was them! Huh. Soon thereafter, all research was moved to Labyrinthos, and through this Idoscope did we continue our vigil. As impressive a work as this device is, however, it can glimpse but a fraction of the sea's infinite depths. Which brings us to the matter at hand. Not long after the Exodus was declared, we recovered an unusual crystal shard during a routine observation. It appeared before us suddenly as if propelled to the surface by some unknown force. We found that it possessed an ethereal density that exceeds that of normal crystals by orders of magnitude. And its shape resembles nothing which occurs in the natural world. It was made, not formed. Unfortunately, that was the extent of the information we could glean before we were forced to turn our focus towards the Exodus. Crystal was very nearly forgotten amidst the sudden upheaval. That's fair enough. But thanks to the efforts of a certain someone, that crisis is now behind us, and we are free to resume our research. Thus did we decide to seek you out, the dauntless adventurer who delved into the unknown and beheld its innermost secrets, and now we would have you see for yourself. By the way, how much of FF14 have you gone through yourself, Ali? I was gonna join Corey in that adventure. Forgot I have PT tomorrow morning. Ugh! Dude, don't even worry about that. I completely feel that. Yeah, if you guys want to just join it for P1 and then bounce, that's fine. Or if you got to bounce before that, feel free to. I'm not here to hold you against your will. Here's the crystal in question. I got you for one. Okay. It resembles aught you have encountered. If it resembles aught you have encountered before, even by the smallest degree, please say so. I thought so. It's a crystal of the convocation of 14. Memory abides within this crystal. I know someone who bears a similar crystal. Memory abides within this crystal. As I thought, you do know what this is. Please tell me everything. Yeah, it's a crystal that basically allowed the convocation of 14 to pass their essence from one person to the next, and yada yada yada. I see. The Ascians use these to transfer their memories to new vessels. Fascinating indeed. It was plain that this crystal was special somehow, but this revelation surpasses even my considerable expectations. Similar artifacts have appeared throughout the ages. Memories of martial techniques manifested as crystalline shards on the battlefield, or storied stones passed from master to student. A comparison between said artifacts and this crystal may prove a fruitful first step in unveiling its true nature. What do you think, Professor? Oh my god, he's talking to himself. Ascian memories, windows through which we can gaze upon the convocation of 14. Unlike the crystals and Sapphire's story, this one does not bear a mark of the convocation. Who then could these memories belong to? And more importantly, why were they stored in this particular shard? More importantly still, why was it set adrift in the ethereal sea? Professor Claudian! Yes? I'm well aware that contemplation is the key to breakthrough, but there is propriety to consider. We have a guest, one you invited explicitly. Must we do this every time? What? Yes, of course, our guest. Terribly sorry, I do easily find myself unmoored by the tides of rumination. And you refer my friend Burden along and brought him and my gentleman with them never games again. Oh well, lessons. Oh no! So wait, did they borrow it and then just never give it back? You know, I think it compares to job status and complication status. Really? Yeah. Yeah, they pass it down from one person to the next, and which is basically how the job stones work. Well, not basically, which is almost exactly how the job stones work. Except less so on like the whole like pure memory aspect, and more so on like the whole just like ability aspect. Although they still kind of have one and the same in certain aspects, but it's fine. And they moved to another thing. Fuck. Ellie, I'm sorry. Well, you know what this means? We need a GoFundMe, if you would, to get you back into FF14. This is a fucking good game. We need to get you that digital copy. Perhaps a more engaging use of your time with us would be for you to take up the crystal. If indeed there are memories stored within, they may reveal themselves to you upon contact. Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I'm assuming this is going to be Elidibus's memories, or memories. If anyone, message, come, Pandaemonium, please. Faces, grave threat, star, in danger.
Straight forward and almost fell straight down the hole.
Wait, I thought 14 was always digital? Nope.
God damn it, they're pushing me.
That expression does not bode well. What did you see? Yeah, I would assume we need to go back to Elpis. Pandaemonium. It is not a word I've heard before. If my knowledge of that ancient tongue serves me right, it means all demons. Not a name that inspires optimism, all things considered. In the event that another star-shattering cataclysm is in fact bearing down upon us, I would have the aforementioned examples of crystallized memory to hand. Nemjichi, Rusanaud, I trust their procurement to you. If there are more memories to be extracted from this crystal, we will find them. As for you, Sapphire, there's a person I would have you speak.
God damn it. I tried to contest
The
that
one
shit.
who has delivered so dire a warning. Your story tells us that this crystal could have very well been made by one of the ancients. If that is the case, then discerning the nature of this pandemonium would require a trip into the far past to an era before the Sundering. I know of only one individual capable of such a feat, the very hero who traversed time to prevent the world's doom.
Right side over by you.
I mean, but it is pretty much converted into digital purposes. FPC does gotcha. Instead of physical on PS4, disc was required for to play with PlayStation unless digitally purchased. Yeah, there you go. I must confess, the tales people tell of your adventures beggar belief, and their veracity has been a subject of much debate among my peers. After today's meeting, however, there can be no doubt in my mind that every incredible exploit is fact. So I ask you now, return to the past. Find out what and where Pandaemonium is. And if we need be concerned by this message. Thank you. For the time being, you should keep this crystal in your possession. I do not think you have seen the last of its memories. And more may be drawn out as you approach their source. Safe travels. And may we meet again soon to share our findings. Alright. Oh, actually, it's gonna have me go to the Crystarium. I just realized something. Hang on. I need the 4 normal raids before I get expert roulette again. You missed the hell out of this game. Oh, I just realized you follow Sebi? A Reaper in my Crystarium, right? If receives this message.
Monkey, they got a monkey. Ash came up here. I see him.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, so that's how they're gonna go about this. Come, Pandaemonium, quickly. Yep, I follow him. He's funny. Dude, he's actually really cool. He's really funny. Yeah. I was introduced to him through another oh my god, another one of my friends of Thundaga.
This bitch contesting. Took her out. Take out that gorilla.
Oh, back into Opus we go.
GG's, my dudes. I'm down.
You.
Toxic trash. That was our dude.
Could it be? That is a very, very beautiful man.
Nice. That
I
was
can't
good.
lie. Vinaz's brother? Dude, imagine? No, of course not. Apologies, but for the briefest moment, I thought you to be a dear friend of mine. I realize that such a notion is preposterous. At the read YouTube, which is all his videos on YouTube are from Twitch, shows how slow I am. Yeah, he's a really cool streamer. She told me a falling star would appear before me, and I suppose you must be it. And truth be told, I did not expect the expression to be so literal. Hythlodea's got competition now? Dude, seriously. This dude, which I'm assuming is a Litibus, and Hythlodea's both are beautiful men. Themis? Themis? Themis. I want to say Themis. Do I hear the movie Uncle Buck in the background? Yeah. This is not easy. Apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Themis. As you can see by my bare face, I am not one of Elpis' observers. Rather, I'm come here on an assignment which has been more or less routine up until this very moment. You certainly do know how to make an entrance. I was wondering what brought you here, for it is a pain that you do not belong here, or any place I know for that matter. I'm a Zem's familiar. Coriana is a beautiful man. Lies. I would have to agree with Jonker. It appears my initial impression was not so preposterous after all. I did not know my friend has such a unique familiar at her disposal. Isn't Litibus was the title? I know Litibus is the title. It's just I don't have his actual, like, or at least I'm assuming Themis is his actual name, but yeah. These characters are so beautiful, right? If you're here at Zem's behest, then I believe you can hazard a guess as to... I believe I can hazard a guess as to your purpose. You're here to investigate Pandaemonium, yes? If so, we may be able to help one another. But first, might I trouble you to explain how you came to collide with my skull? I fell out of the sky and saw a nice landing spot there, and it just so happened to be at your skull. I see. I believe that dispels any major downside concerning your intentions. Apologies for being so intrusive, but you must understand this is an uncommon occurrence. Did it hurt? Always. And not at the same time. I shall pry no further, for I am well aware that we have secrets we must keep.
However, if I may, I'd very much like to take a look at this crystal of yours.
You fell from the heavens and landed on my skull. I know. Warrior of Light, headness. Dude, seriously. Oh, sorry, headedness. Now we know the next time we fight someone, we just gotta use our head.
Fascinating. I cannot say much as to what it contains. It is clear that there are memories stirring within. Memories that speak of something gravely amiss with in Pandaemonium.
Sniper up top of the ball.
Kid Goku style, hell yeah! Counter gets it.
God damn it, I can't reach him.
The facility extends beneath Elpis and is overseen by the words of La Habrea. It houses those creations that are highly valued as research subjects and highly dangerous to the star. Naturally, it is strictly guarded and under constant surveillance. Several days ago, however, an unnatural shift in the flow of its surrounding ether was detected. Soon thereafter, all communications from Pandaemonium ceased.
That's not good.
I am here as representative of an organization that works directly with the convocation, and have been tasked with investigating this incident. Now that there is some measure of transparency between us, might I offer a suggestion as to what we should do next?
Oh, direct hit. Let's go crit. During the course of your investigation, you may discover valuable artifacts. These can be exchanged for equipment by sweeping. Yes, that's exactly how you say that. By speaking with Melody in Aporia or Joel in Ranzahan. Where familiars dare.
Now then, my proposal is a simple one. Let us journey to Pandaemonium together. Our destination is the same, and I suspect that the arrangement would work to our mutual benefit.
It still sells for a decent amount. I last saw that it sells for 9,000 apiece still. For a direct hit, at least.
Besides, I should have no trouble getting us both access. I do hope you agree. I would be loath to part ways from the falling star I had been waiting so long for. Originally, I had planned to conduct my investigation with the friend I mentioned earlier. She had also noticed the anomaly near Pandaemonium, so it only seemed natural that we investigated together. However, she eventually decided that it would be unwise for us to both go. If two members of our organization were seen poking our heads about restricted facilities, it could raise questions, you see. I decided to go alone, but she left me with these words: "Fear not, for in my absence a star shall fall before you."
I'm assuming that's Vina he's talking about.
While I could not comprehend her meaning at the time, I believe now I understand. She does have a way of being right about these things.
Oh, I took a meteor to that.
Even so, her hints of what to come are generally more cryptic. I suppose I should have kept my eyes to the heavens.
Or talking about your unsundered self? Maybe? I don't. Wait. It might be actually. It's either Vina or it's under or his or our Azem, current Azem, or like then Azem, not current, but you get what I mean. His Azem.
Suffice it to say that I am grateful for your presence either way. As for the matter at hand, we must first gain permission from the Words of La Habrea for entry into Pandaemonium. There ought to be a speaker waiting at Anagrisis.
As my text said him. Oh, really? Okay, then it is not Vina. It is definitely a Zem. Which would make even more sense, actually. Words of La Habrea speaker. Okay. What a fascinating etheric signature. In accordance with the convocation's request, the two of you have been granted leave to observe Pandaemonium. As I register your ether for the records, from this point on, you may freely come and go from Pandaemonium as you please.
No, that was a painless process. I take this as a sign that we were meant to conduct our investigations together.
Of course, while you have been permitted entry into the facility, the specimens housed inside must be handled with the utmost care. You are to heed the warder's instructions at all times.
Those who conduct their work within Pandaemonium are called warders, for their role with respect to the creatures within.
Generally, creations that pose a threat to the safety of the star must be undone. However, the Words of La Habrea has deemed certain such creations as worthy of further study, entering them within the facility. Those who spend their days in Pandaemonium are not merely researchers. They must work tirelessly to ensure that none of their subjects slip their shackles.
For all intents and purposes, the place is a dungeon. Perhaps such a comparison arouses frightful imagery, but Pandaemonium is a frightful place.
I know not the purpose of your investigation, but if you discover aught that merits a report, pray do so with the utmost haste. Master La Habrea shall guide us upon the proper course of action from there.
And I take it that means you have detected nothing amiss as of late?
The word has reported nothing that would cause alarm. Minor fluctuations in ether have been observed, but surely Master La Habrea would have acted if they were anything worth worrying about.
I see. It appears La Habrea is kept well abreast of the ongoings here, then.
I hope I'm not overstepping my boundaries by asking, but you seem to be quite familiar with Master La Habrea. Do you know him? Oh, the stories I could tell you. Oh, the stories I could tell you. You know, there was this one time that he started playing I Am Bread. And we decided to make him into toast, and yeah. Yeah, this one time at band camp. You know, there was this one time at band camp when, like, he and I were just kind of marching on the field. He dropped his stick as we were marching backwards. And all he could do was sit and stare as we marched slowly away from it as he cried over his drum. Based on a true story, although it's not an entirely true story.
You are no mere familiar, are you? Master La Habrea is not known for being generous with this time. That one would have stories of his company almost beggars belief. Regardless, while I doubt I need to tell you this, he is of the convocation. Take care that your actions do not hinder his work.
And with that, I realized I was giving him the same voice that I was. It's fine. Back to the Elidibus voice. And with that, we're free to make our way to Pandaemonium. The nearest that will take us there is on the eastern bank of Lev. It is to lead no further. I realize I gave the other dude a little bit of his voice that I was giving. It's fine. All right. Onward. Let's see. He jumped into so many bodies that he went just a little insane. Yeah, just a little bit. Little. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm told you all that I've banned fucking SpongeBob memes from my static, right? I had to contain my surprise for the sake of appearances, but is it true that you too have been the hybrid in the flesh? I find you more fascinated by the moment. Still, I shall refrain from asking too many questions. Secrets will make our journey all the more intriguing. We shall come to know each other in time, I wager, or else why would fate have orchestrated our meeting? In any case, let us be off. Truth be told, this will be my first time beholding the fabled Pandaemonium with my own eyes. It's a new adventure, eh? Teleport to Pandaemonium. Whoa. This looks more like the FF9 version of Pandaemonium. I was here thinking the FF2 version of it. This very much looks like the Final Fantasy IX version of Pandaemonium. It is much as I feared. The speaker seemed in such high spirits for that moment. I thought the ethereal regularity not nearly so grave and important as I had imagined. Alas, it was a fleeting and vain hope. To gaze upon this complex network of chains and wards, the untrained eye might not sense anything awry. No effort has been spared in making this place impenetrable. Whoa. I only just noticed the statues. Oh my god, man. Yeah, this place very much reminds me of Final Fantasy IX's Pandaemonium. Even the finest of masterworks is not without its flaws, however. Welcome back, Jones. Someone or something is tampering with the protections. It is working from within, eroding them from the inside out. Fear not. There is no immediate danger. I reinforced what protections I could for the moment we arrived. This did not put an end to whatever is occurring, but it shall at least serve to slow its progress. One small victory, though the road ahead of us is yet long. Yes, powerful foes are at work here. The silence in the air speaks volumes. While I did not expect a bustling facility, I see not a single warder. Our first course of action should be to seek one out, wherever they may be. So much story. Always, dude. Story's great. However, there's something you must know. The magic I wove upon entering requires my constant awareness. That is to say, if we are forced to fight, I cannot risk joining you in battle. That makes sense. Should I lose focus, Pandaemonium's protection will rapidly crumble before the force of assailing them. Were there another way, I would gladly choose it. But let us at least be grateful that neither of us is here alone, trapped in hopeless circumstances. If we should fail to find a peaceable solution, then hope that I can rely on your strength to see us through. I'm here to kick ass. This request doesn't come as a surprise, to be honest. This looks inviting. Always, dude. I would live here.
And these received it with good humor. Rest assured, I do not mean to stand by idly while you risk life and limb. I hope to be able to lend at least a touch of magical support.
That'd be cool.
Maybe as a duty action? Creation magics do have their uses in that regard. I had it in mind to use either as a basis for illusory allies that will fight by your side.
Oh, to make a full party in this timeline canon, that is a cool idea. I did not know. Shut up.
Perhaps 7 shall do? Not exactly an army, but by the looks of you, a formidable band nonetheless. Then so it shall be. Now, what, I wonder, waits us in Pandaemonium's pitiless halls?
So is this gonna be P1 right here? Yep, P1 right here. Asphalodius, the first circle. I hope I said that correctly. Yeah. Oh, Asphodelos. There we go. Asphodelos, the first circle. All right. I can say I have to pee this week. Oh my god. Imagine bringing 7 other Riff Riff adventures from the back of these of Limsa to help us. Oh my god, dude. The discovery of a crystal born from the far reaches of the ethereal sea and the desperate plea contained within lead you once more to Elpis, where your trajectory quite literally collides with that of a young man named Themis. Like you, he is here for answers, seeking the source of an etheric disturbance culminating in loss of contact with the jail housing the ancient's most dangerous creations. It is this place, this Pandaemonium, into which you now descend. Themis! Oh my god, Themis! I'm gonna Elpis an old doll. I'm gonna giant know where is Keldar. Maybe next time. Oh wait, you're an ether, aren't you? Asphodelos, the first circle.
That's a sandwich word.
Alright, what's our first boy? What the hell? Wow, he's sprinting. Save them. I must! What? He appears to be one of the wardens we seek, but I'm afraid he's in no state to answer questions. Perhaps... what? Damn it, I couldn't read that. That was cool. I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool. Eric Thonios? What is this music? There's flail. Yep. Ooh, this organ.
contrasting organ with piano? A food check? Lol. Oh my god. This is normal. It's fine. Yeah. Yeah, it's just normal. I'm not worried about food check. These are pertinent. Hot spell. Okay. Whoa. What? Ow. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Got it. Gotcha. Mother's Wrath. Damn! These direct crit this. Die! Aw. Shining cells? Frozen in the borders. What? Oh, okay. Ah, gotcha. Okay, I see how that works. It's by the color that he swings around his own self. God damn, this is gonna be nuts and savage. Okay, so that's how patience is. Gotcha. Or well, I mean, I guess this works. Yeah, there's flare. Oh, okay. So he does combine those. Oh, there's Wrath. Done. Heavy hands, that's a tank buster.
changed, I guess. Yeah. I lost my shroud. I didn't realize that was an actual knockback. I am less sad. Alright, I'm out as well because I died. There we go. Nice. Okay, I didn't realize that that was a knockback. I need to remember that. That line AoE is a full-on just knockback of like, yeah, I'm just gonna beat you to hell. That was pretty easy. I agree. Was I the only one that died? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna... Okay, yeah, that works. There we go. Y'all can have what you want. I was gonna get, like, gear for... yeah, but yeah, it's fine. Looks like you don't have to deal with it in Savage. Really? Yes, you were. Fuck. I didn't get anything. Aw. Maybe next time, Naraki. But yeah, Junker and Coriana, you said you guys are gonna go ahead and head out. So if y'all need to head out, go do so. I appreciate you two for stopping by. That was fun. GG's. That was really fun. I can't believe I fucking died to that. It's fine. It's a tank buster and Savage. Oh shit. Thanks for having me. For sure, dude. You're always welcome. Both of you, all of you are always welcome in. Like, if I got room, I'll be more than happy to invite you in. Hey, I hope you guys have a great night. I'll catch you later. That was a thrilling display. If I may be so vaunting, the warriors I spun from your ether fought even more splendidly than I had anticipated. I suppose they were cut from excellent cloth after all. We should wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a wanderer, of a warder. Wanderer. Good night, night, Junker, night, Coriana. Imagine dying. Yeah, I know. Wait until this man regains his senses. He wears the robes of a warder. And I would be very curious to know what drove him to attack us. Sight unseen. That's a phrasing I hadn't heard before. Attacking a sight unseen. Sapphire, he stirs. What? What came over me? It's coming back to me. My mind was filled with a storm of desperation, anger. I leapt at you, though I knew naught of your intentions. Pray accept my apologies and my thanks. I do not knock some sense back into me. I may have fallen upon someone else less capable of defending themselves. I am Ericthonios, a warder of Asphodelos, Pandaemonium's highest layer, and the place we're in now. Cyclist 580 out of blue. Nice, dude. One must wonder why you were so desperate to keep us out. What is happening in Pandaemonium? The creations interred within Asphodelos have been set free and stalk its halls to no end but violence. That is not good, to say the least. Has this ever happened before? No, never. Each level of Pandaemonium is under the charge of a keyword, who keeps it strict control over the most minute aspects of the domain. They're selected with great care, and their loyalty to Master La Habrea is absolute. Yet, something has gone terribly wrong. Try as we might to hold the line, the chaos within is overwhelming. I hardly realized that I had become separated from my colleagues. I remember a chorus of whispers assailing my senses, and afterwards only flashes of rage and fury. The blackness, from which I woke to find that whatever had overcome me was gone. I see. Your senses may have been muddled by magics that affect the mind. Perhaps the self-same ones that saw you separated from the other warders. Whatever had taken hold of me, thank you for releasing me from its clutches. You've come here to the surface means some word of our plight has reached to the outside world. If you know anything that might help, pray tell. So y'all are fucked from the inside out, and Elizabeth here is helping us out. Horror among horrors. So Pandaemonium's protections are indeed being dismantled from within. By the same individual or individuals that released its captives and set them upon you, no doubt. Such knowledge avails us little, however, if we cannot ascertain their identity. Themis, was it? You said you worked for an organization under the auspices of the Convocation. Were they to receive word of what transpired here? What measures would they take? Doubtless they would consider this place to be a lost cause. Pandaemonium's ties to the outside world would be severed, or perhaps it would be wiped from existence entirely. As I thought. Were the creatures to escape into the outside world, there would be untold carnage. The words of La Habrea would never risk that, despite what value their research subjects may hold. All the more reason to work with haste. If we can't expect further help, then it falls upon me to save the others. I'll not leave them behind. New Dark Waters is always nice. Yes, dude. You would go alone. I won't leave the other warders to face certain doom. I know they fight for survival even now. They would abandon their duty. They would see the creatures return to their cells at all costs. And so I must do the same. Themis, the request I'm about to make of you is a monumental one, but please say not a word of this to the Convocation until I've been given a chance to set things right. Forgive my rudeness, Ericthonios, but my decision cannot be swayed by emotion. You would only be consigning yourself to an early death. Strength of resolve alone cannot win in the face of overwhelming odds. Also, Master Sensei guy, MSG, welcome in, my dude. What's up, Everybody coming in with the raid that doesn't know who I am. Hello, I'm Sephiroth7272. I'm a variety streamer that primarily focuses around Final Fantasy content. Tonight, I'm here going through the normal raid story for Endwalker on Final Fantasy XIV. We just finished up the first one, wrapping up the quest for the first one at that, and now gonna be moving on to the second one after this cutscene and whatnot. Would you read to Yo Gecko? What's up, dude? I mean, the normal raids, the first one was really cool. I ended up being the only dumbass that died because I didn't realize that the freaking blind AoE is also a knockback, which yeeted me into the wall. Anyways. Yeah, how was your stream? How was your stream, dude? Let me go ahead and give you a shout out here. Hello, Jenna Dortor. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? What's up, what's up? It's everybody first time too. I'm like, oh, you were doing savage raids. Let's go. What were you progging? So cute, but more swearing at Cameron and everybody else on Discord. I feel that. I feel that. I have a static myself. I haven't been able to raid with them as of late because they're on Ether and now I'm on Crystal, but so yeah. I fucking love this rendition of Neath Dark Waters. Clear P3S and Party Finder, you know pain. Oh god, dude. I am so sorry. I know the pain of trying to get re-clears in Party Finder though. I definitely know the pain of that. Join us in Ether? Listen, I'm working on what's it called? I'm currently working on the MSQ on Ether. I am in the level 83. Like, I just made it to Garlemald on my Ether alt. Yeah, I just made it to Garlemald on my Ether alt, so I'll be able to raid soon enough, all things considered. Or more sooner rather than later, but yeah. And do we make a second for the MSQ? I know. I knew you would be all too eager to join us. Each moment since you fell from the skies has been more interesting than the last. More and more you remind me of my dear friend, which goes some way toward encouraging me that this matter will yet reach its satisfactory conclusion. When is this a cursed one? Why? Still shocks me? Wait, what does? So you agreed to help? From the moment there goes a line. The protective magics of Pandaemonium yet hold. So for the moment time is in our favor. Let us proceed upon course you and Sapphire have set upon us. Themis and Sapphire, yes? Thank you. The Warders owe you a great debt already. We should be glad to have someone familiar with Pandaemonium's halls by our side. A party of three is ever much more entertaining than a pair of two.
No, that's what I say.
Now, let us turn our attention to rescuing your colleagues. Perhaps it would be wise to approach the gates in case any have followed you out.
Alright, now.
And I somehow managed, with all the talking and everything like that, to basically time that with the end of that song. I got crit last time, so let's get some direct hit in this bitch.